This has this has 900. Why did I say that with an English accent? Oh my goodness. My mom would be so ashamed. I'm like the god of classic literature at this point, but even gods have weaknesses. Even gods fear things. Hello my friends, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name's Bella, and today I want to talk about my April TBR. It may seem a tiny bit ambitious, and that's because it is. You know, sometimes I just love pushing myself to the absolute limit and just seeing how far I can go before I break. I just want to talk to you guys about all of these books, and this is also a way of keeping myself accountable and making sure that I actually read these books. So without further ado, let's get into the books that I want to read in the month of April. The first book that I want to read is called Romantic Comedy, written by Curtis Sittenfeld, and this was actually sent to me by today's sponsor, Book of the Month. I'm so happy that today's video is sponsored by Book of the Month because I just absolutely adore them, and I love that I get to share this with you guys. If you're not aware, Book of the Month is this super popular and fast-growing online book service for readers like you and me. Their mission is to promote new and emerging authors and help readers discover books that they are bound to love. Their team vets hundreds of books to give us a monthly selection of new and early release titles, so we can spend more time reading and less time trying to find our next 5-star read. They're also risk-free. You can skip any month at any time and you will not be charged. They also have the best price for new released hardcover fiction. You can get your first book for only $9.99 using the code SPRING. I can feel myself re-entering my romance era, and so for this month I got Romantic Comedy and Adelaide. I cannot wait to read these and just bask in the romance of it all. So make sure that you head on over to bookofthemonth.com to get your first hardcover book for only $9.99 using the code SPRING. Once again, thank you to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video, and now let's keep talking about the other books that I hopefully will read in the month of April. This one is going to be very exciting for a lot of you because it has a very big fan base, and apparently a lot of you want me to read this book, and it is Heaven Official's Blessing. The cover, the illustrations, the color palette, it's just so beautiful, and I just realized that there's like butterflies all over this cover, so we're sort of matching. I love that for us. It's meant to be. I actually have no idea what this book is about. This was sent to me very kindly by Ilaria, so if you're watching this, thank you. This is all thanks to you. Born the crown prince of a prosperous kingdom, Xie Lian was renowned for his beauty, strength, and purity. His years of dedicated study and noble deeds allowed him to ascend to godhood. But those who rise may also fall, and fall he does, cast from the heavens and banished to the world below. I mean, hook, line, and sinker. That sounds really interesting, very intense. My kind of story. This just sounds very promising, and hopefully I'll like it more than Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation because I did not like that one. But this one, maybe I will. This month I also want to try and read the collected works of Kahlil Gibran. This was also sent to me, and it's probably one of the most gorgeous books that I own. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. This has a couple of stories. This is a collection of some of his best loved writings. It comprises of the English translations of Nymphs of the Valley, Tears and Laughter, Spirits Rebellious, and The Broken Wings. The only story or the only writing that is familiar to me is The Broken Wings, because The Broken Wings is actually recommended by Emmy a lot. And I've always been interested in reading that story, so the fact that it's included in this collection of his works, it feels serendipitous, it feels like fate, it feels like destiny. And I don't know if I'll be finishing this in April because it is quite hefty. It has, oh my goodness. This has over 600 pages, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be finishing it in April, but I definitely want to start and just see how I feel about his writing. I'm very excited to read this one, especially because so many of you have told me that I'm going to love this and that I'm going to fall in love with his writing style. So I honestly cannot wait. Maybe I'll even start the month with maybe the first story. I don't know, we'll have to see. I only have 2 classics on my TBR this month, and both of them are just like a tiny bit intimidating. And I know, I'm like the god of classic literature at this point, but even gods have weaknesses. Even gods fear things. Both of these are actually buddy reads, so I'm hoping that by sharing the fear with my friends, it'll be a little less intimidating and I'll just be able to appreciate the book and have fun with it. And the first classic that I hope to read this coming month is the brothers Karamazov. Thank you, Post-it. The first classic that I'm hoping to read this month is The Brothers Karamazov, written by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I read my very first Dostoevsky novel last month, and oh my goodness, my dude, Crime and Punishment, it lives in my heart. I absolutely adored Crime and Punishment, and I am so excited to make my way through Dostoevsky's other works. And I have heard that The Brothers Karamazov is one of his best novels, so even though it's a hefty boy, this has 985 pages. No, sure, totally. 985 pages, sure, I can do that. I can totally do that. Yes, doable, yes. I'm hoping that if I repeat it enough, I'll believe in myself, but for now, I'm gonna need you guys to believe in me too, because I don't think I believe in myself enough. But anyways, yes, this is one of the classics that I am hoping to read this month. And then the other one, because it's written by Charles Dickens, it's still a little bit intimidating to me. I have read another Dickens novel, which is A Tale of Two Cities, and I also read A Christmas Carol, and those were both very beautiful. I think I cried in A Tale of Two Cities. Of course, Sydney Carton, how can I not? The Dickens novel that I want to try and read this month is Great Expectations. I know absolutely nada about this book. Why did I say that with an English accent? Oh my goodness. My mom would be so ashamed. I know absolutely nada about this book. The only thing that I've heard of Great Expectations is that Cassandra Clare's The Last Hours is inspired by Great Expectations. This novel depicts the education and development of a young man, Pip, as his life is changed by a series of events. I mean, sure, so it's like a coming-of-age novel. Go off, King. Let's see how many pages this has. Ooh, chapter 55. Sure, totally. This has 484 pages. So just a little bit under 500, but this is a lot more doable, in my opinion, than The Brothers Karamazov. I am excited for both of them, don't get me wrong. Which one do I think I'm gonna like more? I think this one has a higher probability of being 5 stars or getting really, really close to it. But nevertheless, I am excited for both. I just want to have fun reading these classics, and hopefully I will, and hopefully my intimidation will just evaporate as soon as I start these. So these are the 2 classics that I want to try and read for the month. Wish me luck. Once again, I need it. Speaking of Cassandra Clare, speaking of The Last Hours, this next book I am so terrified of reading because I've heard so many mixed reviews. So many people that I trust have said that this book just did not live up to the hype. It did not live up to their expectations. And I am scared, my dude. I am terrified, but enough is enough. I need to read this book. I need to know how this ends. I need to read Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. Oh my god. This is the 3rd and final installment in the Last Hours trilogy written by Cassandra Clare. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Can we just, you know, take a second to appreciate her beauty? Like, come on now. Honestly stunning. That doesn't take away from the fact that I'm still terrified by this book. I can't be the only person that's heard the mixed reviews that this book has been receiving, but I kind of just want to ignore them and go into this book with an open mind, not expect too much from it, and just accept whatever it is it's trying to give me. But like, you know, with that said, I'm still scared because my characters, my favorite characters, people that I have related to, people that have gotten me through some hard times, they could die. I don't know why, but I have this talent, this really beautiful skill of loving characters that end up dead. I don't know why. This happens so much. At this point, I'm not surprised when my favorite characters die. As soon as I start liking a character more than normal, I'm like, okay, so you're gonna die. That's just like the natural order of things at this point. But yeah. Where was I? Anyway, Chain of Thorns is also on my 23 books to read in 2023 list, so I have to read this book. I need to stop being a coward and just sit down, open this book, and get my heart broken. So April is the month for broken hearts. I also want to read some manga this month, the first one being Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 18. I don't know if you saw, but the trailer for season 2 came out and I have never been the same. 2023 is gonna be a good year. That's all I'm gonna say. Volume 18 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I cannot, don't flip, don't flip. I learned my lesson while I was flipping through a Chainsaw Man volume. I saw the worst spoiler ever. So I'm never gonna flip through a manga again. But yes, I really want to read Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 18. And I don't own these physically, but I also want to read some Yona of the Dawn volumes. The last volume that I read was volume 25. So I might, you know, just fool around, you know, be a little bit goofy, be a little bit silly, and read 5 more volumes this month so I can make it to volume 30. That would be great. I love the number 30. And yeah, those are some of the manga that I want to read this month. Oh my god, of course, Attack on Titan Omnibus Version Volume 9. It's on the way, babes. I ordered it and I have to read it because I need to know what's going on. Like, I don't know how I haven't been spoiled, but I am so grateful, so thankful to the anime gods for not giving me a single spoiler for Attack on Titan, especially because it's literally the hottest anime at the moment. Yeah, in terms of manga, it's Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, and Yona of the Dawn for April. These are the books that I'm hoping to read in the month of April. Do let me know down below what books you are planning on reading this month. Let's compare TBRs. Please give me a reason to expand my TBR and make it even more ambitious than it already is. And yeah, I mean, do you think I'm being ambitious? Does this seem possible? Am I going to have to do like 3 reading challenges this month just so that I can read all of these books? Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, your comments down below. I would love to hear from you. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps this channel stay alive and it helps me keep doing what I'm doing. So I would really appreciate that. I also have a Patreon where I post exclusive content, exclusive reading vlogs, reading sprints, and we also have a monthly book club. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, the link is down below as always. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you're still here, go ahead and leave this emoji in the comments below so that I know you stayed on to the end and you're a true simp. And without further ado, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!
Hey Jimmy, you nice, keep going.